Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Easy Finance channel, where we make financial education simple and easy to understand for everybody. Let me ask you something that might sound familiar. Have you ever looked at your bank account and thought, where did all my money go? Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the idea of planning for the future, retirement, saving, investing, getting out of debt, and thought, I wish someone could just help me figure this out? If so, you're not alone. Most people at some point feel completely lost when it comes to managing money. And here's a surprising fact. A large number of people don't even know what a financial planner really does, or how helpful one can be. There's this common idea that financial planners are only for the rich, that unless you're making six figures, or preparing to retire with millions, you don't qualify. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Today we're going to talk about what a financial planner really does, why they can be incredibly helpful even if you're just getting started, and how having one can give you better control over your money and your future. So stick with me to the end. And as always, if this topic matters to you, please like this video, subscribe to the Easy Finance channel, and share it with someone who's trying to get better with their money too. Let's dive in. Meet Paul, the do-it-yourself money guy. Paul is 37 years old. He works hard, earns decent money, pays his bills on time, and even puts a little into savings every now and then. But he feels like he's not really getting anywhere. He doesn't know if he's saving enough. He's not sure if his spending is on track. He has a pension from work, but isn't really clear how it works. And every time he hears the words investments or retirement accounts, his head starts to spin. So he does what a lot of people do. He avoids it. He hopes that as long as he keeps working and tries not to overspend, things will be okay. But deep down, Paul worries. He worries that he's missing something, that he's wasting time, that he could be doing better, but he doesn't know where to begin. That's where a financial planner could make all the difference. What a financial planner really does. Let's take away the mystery. A financial planner isn't someone who tells you what to do with your money. They're not a boss, and they're definitely not only for millionaires. A good financial planner is like a coach for your money life. They help you see the big picture, your income, your expenses, your debts, your goals, and then they help you build a roadmap that actually makes sense for you. Not a generic plan, your plan. Something based on your job, your family, your dreams, and your reality. They help you organize things in a way that feels less chaotic. They explain things you were too afraid to ask. They remind you of the goals you said you wanted to reach, and they help keep you on track without guilt, without confusion, and without judgment. In other words, a financial planner helps you take control. And if Paul had known that, maybe he wouldn't have waited so long to get help. The moment that changed everything. Now back to Paul. One day after talking to a friend who had just bought a house, Paul realized he wasn't even sure if he could afford one. He didn't know how much he could borrow, what kind of down payment he'd need, or what it would do to his monthly budget. So he finally made the call. He booked an appointment with a financial planner. He walked in, a little embarrassed. I don't know if I'm doing anything right, he admitted. I don't even know what to ask. And the planner smiled and said, That's okay. That's what I'm here for. They started by looking at his monthly budget, then his debts, then his savings. They talked about his goals, buying a house, saving for retirement, maybe even starting a side business one day. Within an hour, Paul had something he hadn't had in years, a clear picture. He knew where he stood, he had a plan, and for the first time, he felt hope, not stress, when he thought about money. That's what a good financial planner can give you. Not just a spreadsheet, not just advice, but clarity. Why clarity is so powerful? Money is one of the biggest sources of stress in people's lives, and it's not always about not having enough. Sometimes the stress comes from not knowing what to do with what you have. Should I save more? Should I invest? Should I pay off my debt first? Am I behind? Am I okay? These are the questions that live in the back of our minds and steal our peace. A financial planner doesn't make those questions disappear, but they give you answers. They help you understand where you are, what's possible, and how to move forward with confidence. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Everything was there the whole time, you just couldn't see it clearly. And if this kind of peace of mind is something you've been looking for, do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who might need some clarity too. You never know whose life you might change by passing along this message. The myth that you have to be rich. One of the biggest myths about financial planners is that they're only for wealthy people. But the truth is, that's like saying you only go to the doctor if you're an Olympic athlete. You go to the doctor because you want to stay healthy. You see a fitness coach because you want to build a better routine. And you see a financial planner because you want to improve your relationship with money. Whether you make $2,000 a month or $20,000 a month, your money deserves to be managed well. And if you've never been taught how, that's not your fault, but it is your opportunity to get support, to ask questions, and to create a plan that actually works for your life. And the best part, many financial planners offer affordable consultations, and some work on a fee-only basis, so you're paying for advice, not products. There are also certified financial counselors who can help people who are struggling with debt or budgeting, and they often provide free or low-cost support. So don't let the myth stop you. The help is out there. You just have to reach for it. What happens after the first step? Once Paul had his first session, something inside him shifted. He wasn't afraid of the numbers anymore. He wasn't embarrassed to check his account. He started tracking his spending, not because someone told him to, but because he actually wanted to see how he was doing. His goals started to feel real. He saw progress, and little by little, the weight lifted off his shoulders. It didn't happen overnight, but now a year later, he's saving regularly. He's on track to buy that house, and he no longer says, "I hope I'm doing okay." He knows he is. And it all started with that one step, asking for help. Let's be honest, talking about money is hard. Admitting you need help, even harder. But there's something powerful about saying, "I want to do better, I just don't know how." Because when you say that out loud, you open the door to growth, you give yourself a chance to learn, and you start taking your financial life seriously. Not just for today, but for the future you want. That's what a financial planner helps you do. Not just plan better, but live better, with more clarity, more confidence, and more control. So whether you're 25 or 55, whether you're struggling or doing okay, if you've ever felt lost with money, consider reaching out to a financial planner. It might just be one of the best financial decisions you'll ever make. And if this video gave you something to think about, I'd love it if you liked the video. Subscribe to the Easy Finance channel and share it with someone you care about. Let's keep building a world where money doesn't feel scary, but manageable, peaceful, and even empowering. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay kind, stay curious, and stay financially smart.